Welcome to the top 10 songs to get you into black metal. This video is basically, you could rename it top 10 most mainstream black metal songs, but this is mainly a video for newcomers to try and get into the genre and to know which songs to listen to first. Pop down in the comments below any songs I've missed off, any songs to help people get into black metal, any of the classic songs, because I'm only doing 10 here, so there's going to be hundreds of songs I've missed off from hundreds of different black metal bands. So tell me and tell the newcomers down below in the comments what to check out first and what's essential. What is essential in the genre? So let's get started with my first pick, and that is, of course, you can't talk about black metal, essential black metal songs for newcomers without talking about Mayhem. Granddaddies of them all, Mayhem with De Mysteriis Dom Saturnus, and the song, come on, it's the classic Freezing Moon. This is the classic song in the genre, has the creepy atmosphere, the vibe, it has the harrowing vocals that you come to expect, the harsh shrieks, but sometimes a bit whispered in it as well. It is the first song to check out for newcomers into black metal. It is the pinnacle of the genre. It is the song, it is the black metal song. So I have to start off with a bang with Freezing Moon, it just has to be done. And now we just mentioned Mayhem, let's of course mention Burzum, good old Varg, with Philosophem, the album, which is the album that actually got me into black metal, because I didn't start with Mayhem, I started with Burzum, actually, and this approach, this kind of rhythmic approach, just brought me into the genre as a whole. So let's go with the song Dunkelheit, or Burzum, from Philosophem. As I said previously, this kind of rhythmic, repeating itself approach with a fuzzy tone, the kind of swirling atmosphere that you get within this whole album specifically, you do get it on a lot of the other Burzum albums, but this is the song that most people gravitate towards, especially newcomers, and I feel like it is a good newcomer song. Probably a bit better of a newcomer song than Freezing Moon in my opinion, but both essentials, both amazing, and both have to make it onto this list. Let's go for something a bit more melodic now with the black metal, with classics Immortal. Let's go with Blashyrkk, Mighty Ravendark. Fun is the word of the game for this one, with the froggy croaks of a bath. This, from Battles in the North, is just a classic song. I could have picked All Shall Fall, from one of the later albums, which has so many views on YouTube, but I feel like this is a better representation and is it's the biggest song. You know, Mighty Ravendark has got the history, it's got the lore behind it. They got another Ravendark song from, not the latest album, because the latest album, because the newest album is not coming out for a couple of months, I think, which I'm looking forward to that. Demonaz on vocals. But from the other one, they had Mighty Ravendark, and that's fantastic as well. So, love the whole story, love the melodic nature of this. So, if Burzum was too atmospheric, and if Mayhem was too harsh, then Immortal might be right up your alley, and you gotta listen to Blashyrkk, Mighty Ravendark. Let's move on to something a bit more symphonic, with Emperor, I Am the Black Wizards. So this one's a bit of a shift change. We had some rhythmic, atmospheric stuff, harsher stuff, melodic, and now we're going for more symphonic with Norwegian Masters Emperor, which I'm looking forward to seeing in a week. No, actually, a couple of days, actually. It's going to be good. Now, I've seen them before. They played Anthem to the Welkin in Dusk at full. Oh my god, blew my mind. But anyway, we're talking about the song I'm the Black Wizards from In the Nightside Eclipse. A fantastic album, easily recommendable. Probably out of all of them so far, this is the most newcomer-friendly. But we're talking about the essentials, the big hitters, and this is their song. This, Inoue Satana, Curse You All Men, those are like big Emperor songs, but I'm the Black Wizards is the most popular one, the most famous one, and the melodies are in there, incorporating the kind of keyboards and synths and stuff, just makes the song even better in my opinion. Some people might not like it, I don't give a shit. This song's amazing, and it's definitely one for people to get into black metal. Moving on to a bit more melodic approach, kind of like Immortal, we have Dissection, with Where Dead Angels Lie, from Storm of the Light's Bane. This one is a nice stepping stone because it doesn't have that harsh production like all the other ones we just mentioned. It's a bit cleaner production. Some people say it's melodic death, so it could bridge the gap between fans of melodic death to melodic black. Really nice production. Great melodies. The guitar in here, sexy. It has a sexy guitar. The melodies, melodic up the wazoo. This album is just fantastic. So is the Somberlane. Changes off after that, but yeah, Storm of the Light's Bane, one of my favourite black metal albums of all time, and Where Dead Angels Lie, I think, is a classic, and everyone has to hear it, and it's very, easy to get into, so I'm popping it on this list. Now, we can't have a list like this without Darkthrone. Darkthrone, classic Norwegian band, one of the greatest, and Transylvanian Hnger is the song. Transylvanian Hnger! I love the way he says that. So good. The Unholy Trilogy is just fantastic. It has to be listened to. You have to listen to Under a Funeral Moon, A Blaze in the Northern Sky, and Transylvanian Hnger. Those three are essential albums for anyone getting into black metal to listen to. My personal pick is Transylvanian Hnger. It's a lot more rawer and more savage than the others. This is like the essential list, but this is probably the harder one to get into, just because of how raw it actually is. But for me, I loved it straight away. Personally, I loved it straight away. This is the song and the album that grabbed me, got me into Darkthrone. They've changed the sound over the years, but I love the Unholy Trilogy, and Panzerfaust as well is fantastic. But Transylvanian Hnger, fantastic song, one of the greatest in black metal in my opinion, so it's coming here. Now for something completely different, Ulver, Bergtat, and I've forgotten the name of the song. It's right here. Lost in the Dark Forest, that's correct, yeah. Good thing I got my list right here. The first track on Bergtat. Let's give it a whirl. So this is a different change of pace. You have clean singing in here, but it is a classic black metal band, mixing in the nature themes, the atmosphere. If you like Burzum, you probably will like Ulver, early Ulver anyway, and this album just set the stage for atmospheric black metal to come. Like bands like Agalloch, Alcest, bands like that took inspiration from this album. It is a classic in the genre, it's one of the best in the genre. It's like you just want to walk through a forest while playing this. It's completely different to the rest of the songs I mentioned, but that's a good thing. Bit more variety. And hey, if you like this one, again, check out Agalloch, check out Winterfilleth, check out Seor. There's so many bands. Druk, the shirt I'm wearing. Druk, Nocturnal Mortem, check out. There's so many plethora of bands just from listening to Ulver. So, same with the other bands. Yeah, Ulver, fantastic band, gotta mention them here. Next up is Bathory from Sweden, one of the pioneers of the whole genre. Gotta mention a song, and it's A Fine Day to Die. From my favourite album, Blood, Fire, Death, this song just has it all. Amazing build-up, acoustics, epic nature, it feels like you're going off to war. Bathory, it's between Bathory and Venom for the first pioneers of black metal. But Venom may have coined the term and did kind of start it, but the sound itself, very thrash metal. But Bathory is when it kind of knocked it up a notch into black metal as we know and love today. And A Fine Day to Die is just the perfect culmination of all the work. Mixing kind of the Viking style on this album with the black metal to just an amazing degree. So many bands influenced by these guys as well. Pretty much most of the black metal bands are influenced by Bathory. Come on. Could have picked loads by this band actually. Something from the debut. Could have picked Hades, Reaper, Necromancy. Could have picked something from The Return of Darkness and Evil, or even the third album. What's it actually called? I've forgotten it. I've got it on CD. What's it called? It's got the demon. God, it's like one of the most classic black metal albums of all time. It has Woman of Dark Desires on. Under the Sign of the Black Mark. Don't know, brain fart right there. Amazing classic album. Could be even better than Blood, Fire, Death. But for me, my favourite is Blood, Fire, Death, and I feel like A Fine Day to Die, a lot of bands do covers of this song. It's very epic, very fantastical, and gotta make it here. Next up is Satyricon with Mother North. Satyricon, another classic Norwegian band. Just did a ranking for them recently. And Nemesis Divina. I kept saying Divinia for some reason. I always just thought it was Divinia because I don't read properly. But Nemesis Divina, a fantastic album all throughout. The melodies in here, perfect. The production is actually quite good, just like Dissection. So it's an easier stepping stone into the other rawer stuff. And Mother North is just an anthem. The way they scream and sing Mother North. The cool live videos on YouTube as well you can check out after this video. Really good stuff, and I've got to mention it here because it is an essential song to get into black metal. And last but not least, my last pick is going to be Gorgoroth, another Norwegian black metal band, a classic. And this is the newest song out of any of these songs so far, and it is Sign of an Open Eye. Yeah, so this is actually from a newer Gorgoroth album. My favourites are actually the early ones, Antichrist, Pentagram, the ones with like Pest and Houghton vocals. But you know what? This song is a classic. It has the most views. It just has this kind of evil atmosphere. Singing on it, like chanting rather than, the typical screaming. It just gets you lost within a trance, and it is one of the best black metal songs around. I could have swapped this for a lot of other songs, but for me, I feel like it is an essential song for everyone to listen to. Even if you don't like the album, or you prefer the early stuff, this song is essential, and it is fantastic. So there are my top 10 songs to get people into black metal. Hopefully you'll like one of them, and if you do, there'll be a plethora of bands in that kind of same kind of sound for you to check out. I could do a part 2 with more newer stuff, Deathspell Omega, Migwa, maybe like Dimmu Borgir Cradle, because they're kind of entry-level bands as well. So let me know if you want to do a part 2. I am off to a festival soon, though, so there's probably not going to be an upload for a week or 2 weeks. But when I come back, I could do a part 2. So let me know if that's something you want. Hopefully you found something you enjoy, and hopefully you get into black metal as a whole. So let me know down below, and we'll see you again on another Quest for Metal.